Before I begin, I'd like to announce, honestly and quickly, I recently made a server on Discord. If you're interested in Rougen, there's an Updates tab, alongside other people who are also interested in Rougen to connect with. It's also the absolute best place to ask me questions, or have a nice chat with me. I'm always active. But that isn't the last you've heard of that. Not by a long shot. Hey, this is Richie here from Rougen TCG, and today, how did this get here? Let me just get this out of the way. Join the Discord. Oh, this? Oh, sorry about that. Let me get that out of the way. Join the Discord. No, seriously, check it out. Go to the description. Anywho, today I'm following up on a fan request that I've had since I made my first pack opening, and it's to make a second pack opening. I have not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, but 0 plus 6 packs today for me to open. Now, these are going to be a lot different from the previous packs because specifically these ones are pertained exclusively to Rougen Desperado West. You're going to see a lot of unrevealed cards, and I'm not 100% certain on which ones I've revealed and which ones I haven't. So I'm going to read every single one of them out like I did in my previous pack opening, but now it's going to take twice as long, obviously. As you can see, on our first 3 arts here, we have the card Manifest Destiny, which I've decided to call this branch of the packs the United We Stand side of the booster packs. And these feature a card that I have yet to reveal, but is another legendary from Desperado West named Life Taker of the West, and I've decided to nomenclate these with the phrase, Divided We Fall. These cards say the same thing on the back, but I'll read them out for the people who haven't seen them before. So, the contents of these are going to contain 7 guaranteed common cards, 2 common or rare cards, and then 1 rare or potentially legendary. Also, I've made it a note, if I happen to get a legendary, I will put Life Taker of the West in this one, and I will put Manifest Destiny in these packs. With that being said, I think it's time that we open up some packs. What do you say? Now, I'm no longer going to be operating on a script, so expect me to say and a lot more. Opening my first pack, we're starting off with a card you've never seen before, so this is a great start. This is Body of the Life Taker, a common 0/8, targeted, which means that this card has to be attacked before other cards that aren't targeted. When this loses defense, gain +2 defense. Clearly this card has a lot of survivability. The whole point of this card is to synergize with other cards that may or may not be this guy on the pack. We have Old Jailer, and this is, I'm glad that I got this first because it's important that I bring this up. So a lot of the cards that were taken out in the Great Nibble, which of course is the time that my rabbit ate my cards, have been given a simplified artwork because I had to remake them. So this is Old Jailer's simplified artwork, and this is the original artwork. Now that we have that out of the way, there's about 18 of those, and I won't be giving the original one for every single one. Just acknowledge that they exist. We have Bank Robbery, a common, full effect, play 2 0/1 hostage tokens. On your next turn, draw +1 extra cards per hostage you control. We have Varmint, a common, 2/1, free play. You may have up to 20 copies of Varmint in your deck. We have Liquid Courage, of the microtype Pick Your Poison, a creature, 6 attack, 1 defense. Creatures that fight this creature have their attack and defense swapped. Corrupt Sheriff, a common, 2 attack, 5 health, simplified artwork. This creature must be attacked last. It's the opposite of targeted. We have Moonshine, a common, 2 attack, 1 health of the Pick Your Poison microtype. Creatures that fight this creature have their attack and defense halved. We have Rattler, a common, 4 attack, 1 defense. If an enemy creature is graved, this gains free play this turn. We have Point Miner, a rare, 2 attack, 4 health simplified artwork. The first effect card you play per turn is free play. We have a rare card, Mess with the Bull, rare, activate from your hand after you take direct damage. Free play, 1/4/4, the Horns token. Mess with the bull, you get the horns. Let's open up our second pack. already seeing Varmint live up to its name and infesting at least 2 packs. We have Varmint back again. A Kaboom Caravan, a common, 0 attack, 5 health. When this loses defense, all enemy creatures lose -1 defense. Caravan is also a micro-type. Booze, a common, 3 attack, 1 defense of the micro-type Pick Your Poison. Creatures that fight this creature lose -2 attack. Very simple card. We have Snake Oil Salesman, a common, 2 attack, 2 defense. Place 3 Snake Oil tokens into your deck with the effect Free Play. Gives your creatures +1/+1. Hostage Caravan of the micro-type Caravan. Common, 0 attack, 5 health. When this loses defense, play a 0/1 Hostage. Hostages have a lot of synergies. We have Ne'er-Do-Well, speaking of synergies, a common, 4 attack, 1 health. If you have a hostage, this is free play. We have Vulture, a common, 2 attack, 3 health. When a creature is graved, this gains +1 attack or defense. That or is very important. And finally, for this pack, we have Gambling Man, a rare attack, defense, with the effect on cosplay. Grave the top card of your deck until you get a creature. Gain its attack and defense. Clearly, if you wanted cards in the grave, then you would use this card to grave them, and then also get some sustainability on the field. Interesting card. I can see it in a couple of synergies. Let's open our next pack up. We have Lone Star Simplified Artwork, a common, 6 attack, 4 health, which is fantastic stats. On cost play, grave all of your creatures and replace them with 0/1 hostage tokens. That's not so good of an effect. I can't think of many situations you'd want to have hostage tokens replace already decent cards in your field. Next up, we have Vulture again. You know the one that gets 1 attack or defense for everything that dies? You know the one, gains +1 attack or defense for every creature that dies. We have Kaboom Caravan, which we've already seen before. We may see plenty of these because the entire set isn't done just yet. Expect a few duplicates, especially of the commons, as is the intention. They aren't supposed to be incredibly varied, and that's why you're getting 7 of them, right? We have High Noon, a common full effect. Creatures must attack if able. For the next 3 turns, you may select to attack your creatures. We have Quick Draw Simplified Artwork, a common, 1 attack, 5 health, on cosplay, deal 1 damage to all foes' creatures. Similar to Kaboom Caravan, the difference is that it is not able to be used multiple times unless you bring it back into your hand somehow, but that would take a lot of doing for a mediocre effect. We have Buckin' Bronco, a common, return all of your cost-played creatures to your hand. We have Twister, a common, grave all cards placed on the side of the field. That may sound strange to people who are unfamiliar with Rougen. Now, there are many cards, for example, Steinholt's Castle, or, for example, Manifest Destiny, that are placed on the side of the field, meaning that they are effect cards that effectively stay on the field, effectively. I don't know why I said that. Moving on, we have Duel, a rare card, full effect, destroy 1 creature on both sides of the field that the owner picks. We have Burley Miner, a common, 3 attack, 3 health. While this is on the field, flip the top card of your opponent's deck. This is very interesting for if you're trying to figure out exactly what game plan your opponent has. This is beneficial to you and your opponent, actually, although I'd say it benefits the person who plays it a lot more, which is why it has lower stats than usual. And then finally, we have Deadeye, a rare, 2 attack, 4 health with simplified art, with the effect when a creature is cosplayed, it loses -2 defense. Here we have our first United We Stand pack. Hopefully it's more lucky, because we haven't gotten a single legendary yet, although I think we've gotten plenty of rares. Liquid Courage, a common, 6 attack, 1 health. Creatures that fight this creature have their attack and defense swapped. We have Gunslinger, a common, 4 attack, 6 health, higher stats than usual, but with a drawback, this card loses +1 damage from any damage. Cargo Caravan of the microtype Caravan, a common, 0 attack, 5 health, targeted creature. When this loses defense, give your other creatures +1/+1. Very powerful card. We have a Wanted Poster, a common, effect card, reading, select 1 foe's creature. That creature cannot lose more than half of its defense this turn. Half its defense. All that to say, essentially, you set it to half, but it can't lose more than half of its defense. I could probably have worded that less verbosely, I admit. We have Guns Ablazing. Common, deal 1 damage to the foe directly. Deck this card. To deck something means to return it into your deck, that you can draw it again. We have Cozy Camp. Aw. A common, 5 attack, 3 health. No effect. Cargo Caravan again. As to be expected, it's just a common card. Although if I'm gonna get a common card, I'm glad I got one that was exceptionally good. We got a second Old Jailer. We got a second Point Miner, but this is a new card. Stampede. A rare. Deal 10 damage to a creature. If that's more than enough to grave it, use the remaining damage on another creature. Continue until all damage is done. Let's go ahead and open up our penultimate pack. Ooh, finally some newer cards. We have Tumbleweed, a 1 attack, 2 health, with the effect when any Tumbleweed card is played, all Tumbleweeds gain +1/+1 forever. Interestingly enough about Tumbleweed, it actually applies to your opponent's cards as well, meaning if they're playing a card synergized around Tumbleweed, you both are going to gain exceptional boosts from that. We have Damsel in Distress, a simplified art, common, 2 attack, 2 defense, targeted, play 2 0/1 hostage tokens. We have a repeat of Lone Star, a repeat of Ne'er-Do-Well, a repeat of Hostage Caravan, a repeat of Moonshine. Okay, some newer cards finally. Jeepers creepers. We have Them's Fightin' Words. Full effect, place on the side of the field. Name an archetype. Creatures of that archetype lose -1/-1. After this card is destroyed, give them +2/+2. I explained this card a lot more in my previous video. It's labeled a new type of card. We have Shoddy Scarecrow, a rare, 0 attack, 10 defense, targeted creature. We have a repeat of Cozy Camp. Aww. And then we have Lassoer, a rare, on play a 0/1 hostage token for each enemy creature. And this should be our final pack. Do whatever you need to do to imbue it with luck right now. I'll give you about 3 seconds. Thank you very much. Now, let's get cracking. Stop the lip smacking, and let's get to cracking. We have a repeat of Snake Oil Salesman, a repeat of Quick Draw, a repeat of Rattler, a repeat of Guns Ablazing, a repeat of Damsel in Distress, a repeat of Twister, a repeat of Burley Miner, oh, okay. We finally stopped getting repeats at the rare cards. Now, let's show them what we got. Bandita, a rare, 4 attack, 5 defense creature. When this card is attacked, deck this card and play a 0/1 hostage token before the fight. This is essentially a card that allows you to get a free hostage on the field every time you play it. It has decent stats, but you're never going to get to use them. We have Refreshing Bartender, a rare, 1 attack, 4 defense creature. On cost play, swap your deck and grave. I'm sure that you can imagine plenty of synergies with this card. Just in general, it seems like a card you'd want to have if you just want to keep the fight going. And finally, we have Steam Engine, a rare, 2 attack, 4 health, simplified art, with the effect this creature cannot lose more than 2 defense per turn. And that is all. Look at that bulky pile of new cards. They're a little curved. I think that's because I pulled them out silly. Hard to say, but I don't know about you, but it's a little anticlimactic to not end up with a legendary this time. I have an idea. What's this? This one's going rogue. It's getting a card put into it magically. What on egads? Well, I guess I gotta open this one. I must have forgot. I must be doing Life Taker of the West. A 4 attack, 2 defense creature with the effect on cost play, grave all of your 0 attack creatures and play 1 copy of this card for each. The synergies with this card are only found exclusively in Desperado West. Any hostage token would transform into a 4-2. Any of the caravans would transform into a 4-2. This is a game-ending card if you use it at the right time. And, interestingly enough, there are actually 2 cards that also synergize with Life Taker of the West. We saw one, which was Body of the Life Taker, and there's one that I've yet to reveal called Spirit of the Life Taker, which I've already revealed enough by giving away what this guy is. So I think you'll have to forgive me for not particularly revealing everything in Desperado West. There are still a decent amount of unrevealed cards. Now, Desperado West is only in its infancy, about halfway done, so it's hard to say exactly what the final product will look like, but it can be reasonably assumed if you were to purchase packs, they may look something like that. That's not to say packs are for sale just yet. Don't get started on that can of worms. I get that one a lot. Psst. They may be for sale if I can find enough people reasonably willing to purchase them. Maybe like 5. I think that 5 is a fair number. I don't think I would use the Game Crafter though. Well, these are all thoughts for a different time. Now, if you like this video and you want to see more pack openings specifically, then let me know in the Discord. That's right, I'm back on it. Back on my you-know-what. I'm never gonna cut this out until every single person, all 200 and something of you, are subscribed and joining the Discord. I think it'd make for a wonderful, non-toxic community. I'm always active. No, seriously, check it out. Go to the description, it's always there, and I'm always there. Now that being said, I still don't have an outro. Where am I going to go after I'm done with everything that I do? It seems like a reasonable concept that I would come up with something at some point in some part of my life.